Do you bleed blue and white? Do you have a centuries-old hatred for the Essendon Football Club, but at the same time thank them for being a bigger basket case than us in recent years? Then you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Roo Boys podcast. G'day Roo Boys and girls, welcome to the Roo Boys pod. How you going, Harley?
Going bloody good, mate. I'm bright today.
You're looking very bright.
Yes, I've had a lot of feedback about the darkness of my attire and all that sort of stuff. So I thought I'd chuck on full high vis today and just big up the Viagra boys. So let's go.
Give them a listen.
Definitely.
I've also spiced things up with the bounding Roo, just to sort of get a bit of positivity. You know, the game on the weekend took a bit out of us. So yeah, just let's all stay positive. We're getting wins. I think that's the main takeaway here. I think we've probably been spoilt earlier in the year with some of the performances, and if we could have taken 7-7 end of last year, we would have taken it in a heartbeat. If they were all 1 point wins, it wouldn't have mattered. So let's hope they just get out of the form slump. So let's get straight into it, and we'll go into the review of the Richmond North Melbourne game. Obviously, Kangas got up by 25 points. Richmond 6-12-48 to North 10-13-73. And we have a new segment this week. We're going to cross down to get a bit of a retrospective of the game before and after from our MCG correspondent. Harley, you there, mate?
Yeah, g'day Willow. It's a beautiful day here at the G for the footy. Very excited for the Kangas only game here this year. Early predictions. I'm snipping some goals for Zane Dersma today and a heap of the footy for Harry Sheasel. Kangas got the win. Bloody hell. It was an emotional battle. Doesn't feel like too many people wanting it today, but winners are grinners. Cooper Trembath, what a star. Harry Sheasel, great at kicking, except when it goes inside 15. Anyway, love you, Willow. See you, mate.
Thanks, Harles, mate. Good stuff. That was really, really good. Loved it.
He looks familiar, that play.
He did. And yeah, good to see that contrast of the game. So I guess with that, Harles, I'll let you take it away. We're going to trade off quarters here, so you can start with the first quarter.
All right. So obviously, I was at the game, or someone who looked very much like me was at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it was an interesting old game. Like it was being there. It was a very sort of flat sort of feeling. It's hard to sort of describe. Like obviously, happy with the result. But anyway, so notes. I've tried to channel. Obviously, I've rewatched the game. So quarter one. So first note. Great mark by Shees, needs to kick them. So when he, it was sort of building up at that moment, and you thought we were finally going to snag one, and he just didn't have the kicking boots on. Kangas wasting entries and goal scoring opportunities. So this is early on. Shees is amazing, only 21 and our best player. Very wasteful going inside. Shock and turnover by Caleb Daniel. North have all the play, yet Tiges hit the scoreboard first. 16 entries to 1 at the 11:31 minute mark. So that was probably the tail of the tape, sitting there watching it live. It was incredibly frustrating the way that we were going inside 50 and the way that we were just the skill execution just wasn't there. It was just an incredibly frustrating sort of watch. George, tough as fuck. Fuck, I love Foss. and 19-year-old boys in general. Not really, but I was starting to find it pretty weird when I was rewatching how much I love young blokes. But it's not a trend in my normal life. Anyway.
That's like my wife doesn't really follow sport at all, and she found it very strange when she overheard us having a conversation about young boys' bodies in the preseason, where I was saying how fit blokes looked scrolling through the training the training photos. It's very alien to someone who doesn't really follow sport.
We're all like gagging over the fact that Foss put on 6-7 kilos over the off season, talking about it. 40-plus-year-old blokes talking about 19-year-old blokes' bodies. But anyway, we move on.
No apologies.
No, but I was super into it the other day. Kangas can't seem to get any flow. Durr's usually money from there, which is a story for the day, like talking about his set shots. This is the Harvey Weinstein of games, very unattractive. Georgie boy, finally got on
the snap.
The snap, yes. Big X, what was he thinking there? You know when he just picked it up and he just stopped? What was he thinking there? Yeah. He picked it up off the can and just sort of looked around and just held the ball there for a second. We're going, it's right in front of us, we're on, do something, X. Anyway, and then just finally it was, pretty stagnant quarter, tough hang. So that's that was the story of the 1 goals 2 apiece first quarter.
Yeah, pretty bang on with my notes as well. So for my second quarter, my first comment is just North v North ? Because it just felt like Tigers were trying to channel their best North shit football. It was like markers up. They were just kicking it to each other. At the start of that quarter, I was disappointed with some of Larky's efforts, I got to say, in the first half in general, which, spoiler alert, he probably rectified later on in the game. But yeah, it was just started noticing the last couple of weeks. Tried to take a chest mark, should have just get his hands out, and then his follow-up work, which he did. Like I said, he improved it in the second half, but he tends to make the contest and then not follow up. Or stay on the outside and things for the contest. I've got Shees has to be skipper soon, which is probably off the back of the lucky frustrations. I just think he is our best player, and I just love him, and I actually don't think it would diminish him at all if he was skipper. Shit game.
Pretty spot on.
Yeah. And then I just say the passage from Colby, Wardlaw, Stevens to Trembath was good, and I think Trembath kicked a couple in that quarter. We lifted the pressure in the second half of that quarter. Just noticed that we really started playing good footy towards half time, and we really got on top around the ground. Dersma was just having a nilly game, just couldn't kick straight. And then Chom was having a very good second quarter, had a very good game in general, but that was my main notes for the second quarter.
Yeah, which, as they usually do, tied into mine. One of mine was Big Chombo plucking everything. I thought he was fucking awesome in that second quarter, and he has been pretty awesome all year. Stepped up in that defensive sort of, the key of the defence sort of thing.
Yep.
So that's awesome.
Take it away for quarter 3, mate.
So quarter 3.
Wait, it probably should be acknowledged that we got through a second quarter without getting goals dumped on us for fun. That feels like the first one. In a while.
I mean, it was taking us 3 years to go from one end to the other.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll take it. So quarter 3.
Quarter 3. Cooper Trembath in beast mode today. We'll hit him a bit more later, but bloody hell, he just was in everything. That was awesome. So I wrote now Suva with the single mitt. That's where Suva also plucked a one-hander after Trembath as well, which I actually thought as the game went on, Suva was getting out on the lead and putting the Dukes out a lot more, which we've been asking him to do for a while. He's been reverting to the chess mark, but it was good to see him actually take some in the grippers.
Bit of 2011 Willow.
What the fuck is Elmac doing there? Now, do you know what I'm talking about? It's where he just stood there on the goal line, not moving forward or back. What was that? I just could not work out what his game plan was. Obviously, nothing came of it, but
it was it was a bad look. I was going to suggest we do a segment on this, and we might in the future. But how do you fix? They've never been able to get that right ever since the 2008 grand final when Hawthorn just rushed behinds all day. There's got to be something they can do. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, it's just weird, and it probably comes down to that rule thing, like you're saying. But anyway, solid finish, JK. Good movement there. So obviously the JK goal. There was times in the day where we did move the ball well, but there was just obviously a lot of that, change in direction in the back half all day, which was a bit of a tough hang. Nothing coming easy for the Roo boys today, unless your name is Cooper Trembath. JD left his good feet in WA because he missed the goals he was kicking last week.
Oh, it was shocking, wasn't it?
Inside 50's hurting my feelings. Chom doing God's work. So wasteful was just one of my comments. The final piece of the Shees puzzle is set shot goal kicking. That was after he missed his second one. Trembath could dive into a pool full of thumbs and come out sucking a nipple today. He was in everything. Since last goal count not only for the Kangas. I thought that was nice. It was 40 minutes since Richmond's last goal. That was for you.
Yeah, liked it.
You're a wizard, Harry. That was his beautiful.
I know what you're going to say. The check side.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. The check side pass.
Yeah. Just she's being she's. If we could kick goals, we'd be good at footy. I didn't like the guys doing the boot scoot and baby dance, the umpires. Even though we were getting those free kicks, are they going to start reviewing whether it come off someone's toenail or something like that now? I just don't like that. Yeah, but pretty haggard viewing, but the Roo's largely in control. Pretty poo game as a spectacle. That's it.
Yeah, I just had no killer instincts. Should be just much further up. Richmond applied zero pressure for pretty much right up until this part of the game, which I'll get to. But I just thought that was the disappointing part about it. Was just it was a nothing game, and you just felt like we played sort of to their level a bit, which was annoying. But fourth quarter, I've got JK having a game. And he did, and he had a great game. But we need to see it consistently because he's had two shockers. He was lucky to be playing. So I've got Spargo decent. I thought he had a good game. I really liked his pressure and his work rate in the last handful of weeks. I've got pressure has dropped off, slight nerves, and this is when Bolter kicked those couple of goals. I was just like, this isn't happening. Is it? And then again, I made a note that Richmond don't stop trying. I thought even though the pressure wasn't great, they did keep playing the game, and I think we sort of allowed them to. So against better sides, they probably get back in that. So I don't think we've necessarily fixed anything much yet. But it'll tell against better opposition, I think. I said Bull's been really solid. Set shots killing us. Daniel's been very good, which obviously everyone knows. Had career equaling disposals at 120% efficiency. It was unbelievable. Turnovers were crazy. I said North not playing good footy. Effort has dropped off and playing soft. But then I ended on a positive, which I'll probably will end on for this game, which was, even though the game was shithouse, my main takeaway was that the mid-tier players that we sort of rag on the most sometimes all had decent games and contributed pretty well. Like your JK, Stevens has obviously been a bit low on form, but he was decent again on Sunday. And your Spargos, like those sort of blokes, they all contributed. It was a much more even team performance, even though it wasn't a great performance. And if we kicked a bit straighter again, we won by 4 goals. We'd probably win by 10 goals if we kicked the ones we should have, without playing great footy. So I, upon reflection, wasn't as disappointed with the game. Yes, I'm not going to go back and watch it again, but we like I said at the start, we're getting wins. So it's we would have taken this in a heartbeat last year. Let's just hope they're in a bit of a form slump, and if you're winning in a form slump, it's good.
Yeah, like on rewatching it, I was a lot more positive than when I left. It was as you could see by the second video of the MCG correspondent. It was just taxing. It was just a hard watch, and especially the fact that Richmond did come back. And if they didn't, they let us off the hook by missing a few chances. I reckon that Algar's a player, and yeah, he's usually a beautiful kick. He missed a couple, so. But yeah, a win's a win, and like you said, if we did kick our goals in the first half, it probably looks a lot better. Dersma is a perfect example. He did have one of those games. He missed goals that he usually kicks. If he kicks 3 or 4, we probably kick 100 points.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it doesn't look it's not quite as hard to watch and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we can't be too fussy about how we win coming where we've come from.
No, exactly. So
takeaway.
And onto the old enemy later on, which we'll get to. So rip through your best player, your highlight and your low light, mate.
Yeah, so best player, it was hard to go past Cooper Trembath. I did put Charlie Comben as well, just in case you also had Cooper Trembath, just because I just love Chom's game. So who was your player?
I had Sheasel because I just knew you were going to pick Trembath, and I don't think he gets enough credit, Sheasel, for how good he is and how consistent he is. And I just thought without him, they're in the game a lot more. And he just when our form's down during the game, he's the one constant that's always there. So
I also had she's always good in my note, just in case.
Great minds.
Yeah, but he was brilliant. It's what he does.
Yeah, and my highlight was George's couple of goals. So I think I loved his game. Just low possessions but high impact. And for his ruggedness and his sort of working class sort of vibe, he's got some serious X factor skills. He's a good goal kicker. That snap showed a bit of trickery that he's got, and I reckon I just love that he's got that sort of contrast.
Yep. Mine was Trembath one-hander in and the goal afterwards.
Yep, kicks him straight. My low light was just set shot goal kicking was absolutely garbage. My 2011 Willow was just burning up inside. Yeah,
well, mine was my low light was first quarter inside 50s. So it was a tough hang. It was like hanging out with the mate of a mate at the pub that has the shit stories that you get stuck with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely been there. All right, let's we've actually got a pretty full report. So let's go to the report. All right, first cab off the rank, Hall of Fame inductions, which is Boomer Harvey and Simmo, Adam Simpson, which obviously I was very happy to see this come up. Very much in our wheelhouse, much like probably even a little bit later than the Corey McKernans, which was great to speak about the other week. But I'll let you take it away, mate.
Well, yeah, like I said, right in our wheelhouse. got fond memories of both of these boys. But yeah, starting with Simmo, just jotted down some notes. So awesome in both North flags, tough midfielder inside and out. Sid Barker medalist and All-Australian in 2002, captained the club from 04 to 2008. Other notes that I put, proper shin boner, and I just love him. He was just tough as nails, always getting it out. Prig of a kick, let's be honest. There's a few helicopters in there, but loved him all the same. And then obviously we went on to decorated coaching career and coached flag at the Eagles. But
and he's a good pundit as well. I actually think he's pretty he's funny and he's quite good with the analysis and stuff on SEN. And I liked how he was shit canning Jared Healy on the commentary
the other week,
a couple of weeks ago as well, which was great. But
I love that.
I just wanted to quickly share a story that I just remembered about Simmo, which is literally this is not set up, but 2006 Willow was overseas backpacking, and I was by myself. I remember I was very sad and very lonely. I'd been away for a while, first big trip away from home. I was very young, and I remember I woke up really early in the morning. My phone was ringing. And I remember I'd sent Mum and Dad an email saying, I think I want to come home. This was probably about 3 months in or something. Anyway, I picked the phone up and it's Adam Simpson on the phone saying, "G'day, good morning, and how you going? I'm here with your Mum and Dad. Great I heard you're having a big adventure over there, and yeah, glad you love the Kangas." And I had a 5-minute chat with Simmo. Mum and Dad were at a club day up here in Queensland where he would have been still playing, and they'd given him the phone and said, "Oh, our son would love to hear from you." And they dialed me in London.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that Simmo really.
I don't think you've ever told me that.
I don't think I have either. I don't think I've told anyone. So that's
that's awesome.
Yeah, so Simmo gave me a big lift. I'll never forget that. So thanks to Mum and Dad as well.
Great work, Jeff and Annette. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. So yeah, and take us away on Boomer, mate.
Well, mate, that is. Look, I'll just say what I had noted for Simmo when I went to the 150 the other year at the Dogs, the 150 celebration. I was just walking to get a beer. And there was a big congregation of ex-Roos players there. I nearly walked into them all, and then I clocked who they were. And as I walked past, Ross Glendinning looked at Simmo and he went, "Coach," and then they went, "Chris," dap up.
Oh, wow! A Top Gun high five.
Yeah, like a crisp, and I was just like, "That's
you son of a bitch."
Yeah, I was just like
Predator style.
I was just like, "That's fucking awesome." So
that is very cool.
Yeah. So that was my one, but yours is way better. So anyway, Boomer, fuck man, Boomer. I don't know if any North players giving me more joy in my life, to be honest with you. If I've enjoyed watching a Kanga more, I can't think of one. But yeah, just to go through the numbers, 432 games for the Roos. Obviously just been...
Pour one out.
Yeah, pour one out
for the record.
But yeah, obviously just been broken, which shouldn't have been. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day.
Scott. Sorry.
So 99, obviously played in the 99 flag, but forgotten part of Boomer. It also got the E.J. Whitten medal in 99 in the Vicks game.
Mm-hmm.
Dominated. So 4-time All-Australian, 5-time Sid Barker medalist. Herald Sun Player of the Year in 08, which is a pretty solid award. Lou Richards medal in 07 and 08, which around that time, that's when he was favourite for the Brownlow, sort of known as one of the better players in the comp. Jim Steins medalist for best on in the international rules in 02 or 03. Captained Australia in 08. AFL Hall of Fame inductee in 2022, and I just fucking love him. Full stop.
I couldn't have said, I can't say much more. All of what you said, plus I mentioned my wife earlier having no interest in sport, but she knows who Boomer is because every time when we was started going out a long time ago, she'd walk past the telly and she'd actually see Boomer go for a run and go, oh, so she remembers him, the little. And this was later career Boomer where he was just absolutely cut from granite, like he just a little nugget. Like I love that Boomer. Like he was my favorite Boomer. The older, the 30s Boomer. I probably will give him probably tip my cap to his first season for Heidelberg after Brad Scott gave him the arse, and where he kicked 270 goals and missed 10 games that season. So that was a very good highlight.
Plus won the plus won the flag for Trentham last year. Who was midfield coached by my friend Jack Elkington. G'day, Elko. Who I believe is now listening to the pod. So just a little shout out.
Shout out.
And
great bloke.
While we're on the Hall of Fame, I just thought I'd just because I did come in unprepared the other week when we were talking about Corey. And this is just for you, the other players to have won a Brownlow and a Rising Star, Nathan Buckley, Ben Cousins, Adam Goods, and Sam Mitchell. That's it.
Yeah, wow.
And Corey fucking McKernan. But not.
But good research. All right, well, that's probably our longest report segment. We're going to rip through the other ones. We just wanted to have a quick VFL check-in. They had a good win on the weekend. So is any of those blokes sort of sticking out at you? I think it's probably notable to say that the mid-season draftee, Ollie Griffin's kicked, 7 goals in 2 games?
Yeah.
So going well.
He's a strong boy. Like he's definitely explosive sort of athlete. I mean, my sort of next ins, just in a general sense, I've got Hardiman, Goda, and Bench. Yes, like as we said last week, I just want to see a Hardiman in our senior side. But Goda's one of the ones now that who's picking up
some games.
Yeah, he's getting some games under his belt, and he's playing consistently every week. And he's a player that we've had sort of circled for a long while as North fans. That could be that. He's about that 190 centimetre hybrid sort of backman, good skills, good mark. It'd be just great in an AFL sort of setup. And I reckon Whitlock has had a very, very consistent year. So it'd be interesting to see if any of the older boys saw anytime soon or whatever, if one of these younger fellas can. Yeah, like that was sort of one of my questions as well.
And his twin's starting to sort of bear fruit now at Port. So, you'd think biologically he shouldn't be too far away either.
Well,
so.
Twins have that, telepathic thing. So I'm sure he's like in as good a form as the other twin, because it's just science. So
I know a fair bit about twins. I have seen that movie plenty of times. It's a cracker.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the PC AFL. Please explain. I don't want to labour too much on this with Viney making some comments on it, but it just sounds like a heap of bullshit to me. The AFL just doesn't want any criticism, and it's they couldn't appeal apparently.
Nah, but I mean, they are just being played. Like we were watching on the weekend, going. That tackle doesn't look that much different to the PC tackle.
Oh, there was a couple of them, yeah.
It's just a tackle. Like they're holding him too high of a cord. Like when they like review it from a match review sense, they slow it all down and they try to say that you can somehow twist your body. It's like one of the fastest games in the world, and it's 360 degrees. Players coming from all angles. I just don't understand how they expect these blokes to be able to execute these things. And it shits me because it's just the AFL making up for the sins of the past when they didn't take concussion seriously enough. And now it's an overcompensation. Anyway.
Next one, AFL Top 25. I think you wanted to touch on that. That came out
Well, I
How many
eagerly.
Kangas? How many Kangas are we going to
So
let the
wait, let me
viewers
just
know?
go through. None. But yeah. So anyway, I just eagerly open it, mate. I mainly just open it to see if Shees has made his way in there because I presume that he's obviously going to be the roux that makes it into that list of like sooner rather than later. But my question to you was, who do you think the next one after Shees is going to be?
I wanted to say Foss, but I feel like he's too young. I feel realistically, obviously Cherry would be in there if the ruck rules hadn't changed. But I'm going to say if Georgie, I did notice he went up 5% game time on the weekend, and they're going to start trying to ramp him up. If he gets up to that 80% game time with the impact that he has, and he has a bit of that journalistic fanfare as well because everyone loves him. So I'm going to say Wardlaw if they can just build up his fitness and get him playing more minutes.
Yeah. So I had, I was obviously hoping that LDU would take that step, but I'm not sure, like, if it's ever going to happen. Obviously, he's still a highly valuable player to us, but I'm not sure if he's ever going to enter that sort of echelon of player. But yeah, I had a cheeky thought, wondering whether PC can end up. We've seen him in more centre bounces. I'm wondering if he can do like a Cozzy Pickett type, transition into more midfield time in the coming years by building up that tank and all that sort of stuff. Because obviously we know he can score goals, but yeah, I think he's got the capacity to do it, like, more over the ground as well. So
he's definitely got the attributes.
Yeah, Shees is definitely next cab off the rank for me into that sort of conversation.
Oh, yeah, but you said after Shees, so I'm saying Georgie.
Yeah,
Georgie, and then probably JK. My next one is all right. Next one is one that I added that you didn't know about, so I'm excited about this one. So I was doom scrolling through some Instagram stuff. I don't know who actually posted it, so I'm sorry if I haven't credited anyone here, but the highest rated players under 22, the top 40 in the AFL. So this tells a lot bigger story than the top 25, which was just Dacos 11 times and Bont 10 times, and then maybe Luke Jackson for the rest. But there was 5 North Melbourne players in the top 40, more than any other club in the player ratings. Those players were Wardlaw, O'Sullivan, Sheasel, Trembath, McKercher, and then there's a number 6 there, Darcy Wilson, which I don't want to get ahead of myself, but he's there as well. So I reckon that's just a great sign of what's happened at the Kangas, particularly George with his limited minutes and his impact he's having. That's an exciting, list of players. I thought that was something that's a bit positive,
Yeah, it's very positive. So when you say player ratings, is that like actual game ratings?
You know how I love my stats, Hales, and I do look right into how they come up with these champion data ratings or whatever they are. So I think it's got to do with the amount of protein they're having in their diet, and whether it's what season it is, if it's colder weather, and then based on their disposal efficiency and times 3 squared.
And pubic hair length.
But I trust it.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, well, that's it is good. It's always good to be on a list. Yeah.
It is. Just not Schindler's.
Just not Schindler's.
There's a great scene from a show called Extras with Liam Neeson talking about Schindler's List. It's very funny. Look it up. All right, next one. I think we wanted to give a bit of a shout out to the AFLW, the 9 9 inclusions in the first international rules series.
Yes. So just shout out all the ladies involved. We've got Jazzy Garner, Ash Riddell, Libby Birch, Emma Carney, Talia Randell, and then for Ireland we've got Vicky Wall, Blahin Bogue, Amy Gavin Mangan, and Erica O'Shea. and coached by Croc as well, which is big up. And so congratulations to all those girls, very well deserved. I just sort of thought they should have played North versus the World, considering that. Well done, everyone. I thought they should have played North versus the World, considering we haven't lost a game in 2 years. So there's a few girls that could probably consider themselves stiff to miss out, but
definitely
good representation there. Well done.
Yep, well said. And then lastly, I just wanted to give we are the Roo Boys podcast after all, and this is the Roo Port. So just wanted to give a bit of a shout out to the Socceroos. Give them hell on Friday. I hope they don't play that defensive shit they played in the first half against the US. I think we're definitely, put all the good players on, score goals, and beat Paraguay.
Yeah.
Go Aussies.
Go Aussies. It was disappointing how many landmines were out on the field on Saturday morning there. There was just Americans flying everywhere. But, my biggest disappointment from that game was that Russell Crowe was coaching Team USA, to be honest with you. So, spewing that he turned. But, anyway.
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
I did notice that. And I liked how when it brought up Ponchetti's name, it didn't say coach, it said master and commander. So that was that was very cool.
I thought it said commander of the 7 armies, father to a murdered son and husband to a murdered wife.
And I shall have my vengeance. I will get out of this group. All right, that's enough for the report.
Come on, the Socceroos.
Yeah, go Aussies. Let's jump in to North Melbourne versus Essendon, the scum of the earth, the pre-brew. All right, mate. Do we need to say anything? I could dead set go for another half an hour on how much I hate Essendon. I love all the quotes that are coming out whenever this matchup comes in. All the stuff that Arts used to say. We don't say their name; it's just them. There's this. I should have done my research on the old them blocking us entering the VFA. Because of players owning. It's definitely our biggest rivalry. We hate them. I know you hate them. Brad Scott adds another layer. What's your thoughts?
Oh, mate, I don't know. It's been my whole life. We were surrounded by so many Essendon supporters where we grew up, and they were all one of the biggest ones is that gives me the shits is they tell us that they would have beaten us in '99 if they had have made the grand final. So, well, get fucked. You didn't play in the game. There's one prerequisite to winning grand finals, and that's being in the game. So losing the prelim, bad luck, mate. Yeah, you had the best team all year, but many teams can say that shit. But they're adamant, and I just hate that shit.
Ask us in '98.
Well, exactly. If we had a kick straight,
But we were in the game though. That's probably the difference.
Last year we would have run the grand final if we won more games and kicked more goals. So whatever. But anyway, there's been a lot of that sort of action over the years, and it probably just stems from Dad as well. He bloody hates it.
Yeah, long may that finals win the streak reign. Last game was a bit of a funny one. I think I look back on it as if we won by 6 or 7 goals. But then obviously we won by 10 points because they got a bit of a few junkies at the end, and probably looked they're probably a little bit better than junkies actually. They came back us pretty hard in the fourth quarter because we dropped off. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this week?
Well, I mean, I'm with you. They gave us a bit of a scare at the end last time, but North never really looked like we were going to lose. But it comes down to us not taking anyone lightly, really. So thoughts for this week. So you want to go through our players?
Yep, take it away.
So starting in the back line, I just had I had Andy McGrath. He's coming back from injury this week. Cool head and defence can be pretty damaging on the rebound. and he'll be happy that Big X isn't playing because Big X thinks he's a hanky.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's my one to watch in there back on.
Yep, I've got. I probably should have done research if any of these players are actually playing. So I'd give you a bit of a tip of the hat there that you actually know that McGrath's potentially back. I'm going to go with Farrow. He's one of their younger defenders. Good user of the ball. They're good young player. So they're the sort of ones I think we need to watch. It's a hard sort of game to talk about because nothing they've done in the last this whole year has impressed me at all. So I'm not going to sit here and bullshit everyone.
They've done one thing that I respect.
They beat Melbourne. Maybe
they sacked
Brad Scott.
Yeah,
well said. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, geez, they're going to cut us up on this or they're going to because they're garbage. So yeah.
We got to follow the format, mate.
No, I know, but I'm not going to try and analyse it. But Farrow's a good young player. He's my one to watch in the back line.
No dramas. All right, so moving on to the midfield. Well, it's pretty obvious choice for me. Zach Merritt. Just for obvious reasons. He's their best player. He's the only reason they beat us last year. We just decided not to tag him, and he just got him over the line.
Is that AVO on Foss coming through this week, or is
but that was my other note. I said, can Foss make him walk around holding his pocket again like he did in round 3?
Yeah.
So I'm tipping Foss to get that job again, but you never count your chickens. He is a good player.
Yeah, Merritt's going to be putting his jumper on in the change rooms. He's going to turn around and Foss is going to be holding his boots for him, saying, "Here you go, mate." He's going to go, fuck.
You're already here? What the fuck?
He's going to open his car door for him when he pulls up. Anyway, yeah. My midfield watch is Blackiston, the big ruckman. He sort of impressed me in a couple of games. He got forward on X and kicked a few goals, I think, from memory, in the game earlier in the year. And then obviously we're going to have a bit of a makeshift ruck department this week, so he's sort of one that could get off the chain with a couple of with obviously the Cherry injury, which we'll get to in the changes. But yeah, Blackiston for me.
So forward, I had Nate Caddy. Mine are all pretty stock standard, obvious choices.
Pretty meta.
They are. But
that's fair enough.
But he's a good athlete, great mark, good at ground level as well. My only question with him is he still sad about his dad getting the sack as coach? Because I'd be pretty dirty on that if my dad got sacked, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, and is he still having that? He's having a bit of a blue in the media with Machine Gun Kelly as well. I think it was like about their rapping ability. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't him. But yeah, my forward is Cole Langford, and what can I say? So he's in the same mould as average players that just we make look like, Wayne Carey sometimes. He's in the same mould as a Josh Bruce kicking 10 against us. And I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's just, I know that he's always sort of played well against, looked a lot better than he is. I know he's a serviceable player and he's a good old school sort of footy player, but we just make him look way better than he is in the past. And I don't know what they're going to do in the back line, but I'd say Core goes to him. I know they have a decent matchup, I think. So, but yeah, he's the one to watch for me. He's the kind of player that would just come out and kick 5 in a scrappy game and we lose if we play like shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, he's hurt us in the past. There's no doubt about it. So I'm wary of everyone, mate.
Yep. Move on to the changes, I guess. So we have one confirmed out, which will be Cherry. How are you mixing it up this week?
Yeah, I mean, that's a massive selection question, isn't it? Because Big X is like a massive out. So I guess the question with that, are they going to do the Trembath go Darling sort of combo, and bring in like a more mobile player or give a young bloke a shot, or are they going to bring in a Dawson or a CCJ even? Because obviously they've done both of those things as well to combat in the ruck. So that's a big selection question. I mean, I personally want Hardiman in the side, which I made clear last week. I don't sort of care how they get him in. I just want him in because I just rate him as a player, and I just want to see, especially our good young players getting AFL reps. I just want to see more of that. So and then I guess the other question is, do any of the older blokes need a rest as well? But we're like, in saying that, like when we're talking about it, like it's a rubbish.
Gimme.
But it's just
no. I definitely don't think that, because I don't trust us.
No, we can't afford to treat games like that. Like I don't think we haven't. We certainly haven't earned the right to be resting blokes. But I guess it was just a question from
maybe a Whitlock for Darling or
something like that. That was more like, are any of the older blokes sore? Like is Elmac sore? Like,
because we're going to need obviously to up our game the following week against Port as well. Like that's a big game, travelling over to Adelaide Oval.
We have not won there, but I guess if, like, for instance, say if Elmac was a bit banged up, could they bring a Goda in, or is that just a Hardiman straight in? It's a big selection question. So, I mean, what I think that I personally think they should just do Hardiman for X.
That's exactly what I've got here.
Yeah.
So no argument for me.
And then you just move the magnets around, and I reckon if Darling's good to go, that Trembath can hit the centre bounces, Darling can do around the ground. Then obviously you give more game time to go. Great opportunity for him to play, because he's played 35-40% game time, so up that to 60-70% and give him a real fair dinkum crack at being first ruck. I think that's a great opportunity, but I did write, I reckon they'll probably end up putting CCJ in, just because
it would.
That's.
I think that experiment's just run its race. He's got. He's just hasn't got the yard. Yeah.
I'm not saying what I want to happen is Hardman come in, but it would not surprise me if we're watching the big zombie run around out there. But
I just think you need someone more mobile, because Blackiston will CCJ will get found out.
Yeah, like if they were going to bring in one of the VFL guys, I prefer it to be Dawson, and then you just do a Dawson go combo. Maybe play both of them 50% and then free Trembath up. But I think Trembath plays better when he's hitting those centre bounce. I just think it gets him up and about. And he was so dominant in there on the weekend. You don't fuck with form. It feels like that affects his forward game as well. Gives him just jazzes him up. So
it can stuff up their matchups and things as well. Being a younger side, if he's going from centre bounce and then wheeling, either staying on ball for a bit or wheeling back to the forward line and then doing, it's I like it. He's been really good in that role.
Man, he can jump. That's
he can.
He is some athlete.
Yeah. No arguments for me. I've got the exact same thing. Out Cherry in Hardiman. I think that's what they'll go with. And then probably just move on to how we win. Mine's really simple, much the same as last week, which we didn't probably execute as much as what I would have liked, but we did, I guess, get the job done. But I've just got respect opponent, which we haven't tonight, but that's just because we hate them. Play our game, consistent 4 quarters. Just got to actually we were very lethargic at times last week, and I just hope under the roof, hopefully a bit of a quicker game. Hopefully there's always a bit of mongrel in it as well. So I hope that fires them up, and we just have a lot better effort and play with confidence like we said last week, hit the corridor, run them off their feet, kick straight. That's my and get the ruck is going to be the big watch, because if we can't get that rotation right, that is where they maybe could, get some first use. But
look, I feel like unless they do bring CCJ in, I feel like either combination that we can come up with is pretty competitive, especially with the way Trembath was playing last week. So that doesn't worry me as much. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how Essendon's been playing under Solomon, because I haven't been watching it that hard. It's like how a lot of teams haven't kept a good eye on us over the last few years, because you don't want to subject yourself to shit footy unless you absolutely have to.
No, and at the moment you're not going to watch a North Melbourne game and a Essendon game in the same weekend. You just wouldn't do that to yourself.
No. But yeah, I mean, I just reckon if we're, I feel like we're better than them in general, and if we just tidy up our skill execution and our inside 50s from last week, so our skill execution being simple handballs to outlet players that just missed targets last week, and ended up in fumbles, and an open play that had all the promise in the world just ends up being into a ball up. We just got to tidy up that shit, and obviously our goal kicking. Let's just get it right this week. I'm hoping for a big week for Durs.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, because that's what I thought last week. I thought he had a real good opportunity with PC out, especially to get hit up a bit more, and he obviously did. He just didn't take his chances. But he is a very good kick of the footy, and I reckon he'll bounce back.
Yep. And have you got a tip for us, mate?
Yeah, so it's obviously every game's a tough game, but I mean, all things being equal, I would say North by 10 goals. How about yourself?
Yeah, no argument for me. I've also got North by 10 goals and Essendon to be relegated. So that's
Fuck. Who's coming in?
I think you've got to get Port.
Millwall.
Get Port Melbourne in. But
no, I love that we're in lockstep with the prediction, mate. That's good. Did we pick the same last week? I can't remember.
We did.
Ah.
We did. So great minds think alike. Right, mate. Take us out.
Kanga.
Roo.